Just about 64 days left. Now you might be wondering, what am I talking about? 64 days for the IBPS PO preliminary examination. I'm sure guys, all of you have got the news that the notification for recruitment of probationary officers by IBPS has been released this morning. And I'm sure this is a great news for all of you. There are about 4,100 plus vacancies this year, which is marginally higher than what we had seen last year. So congratulations all the bank exam aspirants. There's a big notification out there and a golden opportunity for all of you to start your career in the banking sector. Yes, the news is that IBPS has released its recruitment notification for probationary officers this year. The application for the same is going to start in a week from now, actually 14th of August onwards, and it will end on 4th of September. And the first round, which is the preliminary examination, will start in the month of October, right, on 14th October to be precise. So that is the reason I say there are about 65 days left for the first round, which is the most important round or the most important phase in the entire recruitment process for probationary officers through IBPS. So good news, I'm sure all of you are excited about this, and all of you must pull your socks up now and get started with your preparation if you haven't started it already, right? Let me tell you that there are lakhs and lakhs of students out there who have already started their preparation and who have been preparing for months together now for their career in the banking sector. So to beat the competition, the only shortcut is to start right away. But anyway, before you start your preparation, let me quickly give you some updates from this notification which has been released this morning, right? So in this short session today, I'll be talking about the important dates for the recruitment of IBPS PO, the selection process, which includes the preliminary examination, the main examination, and the descriptive paper, etc., and the number of vacancies, which I'm sure all of you would love to hear about, right? All these details, by the way, are available in the official notification released by IBPS PO. It is IBPS. It is available on their website, right? You can check it out. You can also log into your free coaching account at TalentSprint and download the notification, right? But here I am today to quickly give you important dates and important changes that we have seen in the notification this year. So let's get started. I think we'll start with the introduction of the notification. It says the online examination, preliminary and main, for the next common recruitment process for selection of the personnel for probationary officer or the management trainee post in participation in organizations is tentatively scheduled in October-November 2018. So IBPS notification is released. That's what it means in simple words. Now let's look at important dates. Let's start with important dates. I think I have got the tentative schedule here in the background. I'm sure you can check it out, right? So IBPS PO 2018 recruitment notification, the schedule is as you can see on the green board here, right? Now, like I mentioned, the online registration and the payment of fee can be done from 14th of August to 4th of September, right? 14th August to 4th of September. So please make sure that you apply right in time and do not delay the application process. I have mentioned this every single time a notification is released, and I'm repeating it today again because I see many students every single time missing out on the application date, which is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. So please make sure that you apply for this notification, having read all the having read the notification fully and understood the eligibility criteria. You should then go for the application, right? 14th August to 4th of September. So a good 3-week window there, right? 3 weeks is a good enough time. I think you should try and complete it in the first week itself or latest by second week. Do not procrastinate it and keep delaying it so that you avoid that last minute troubles, right? So I think application is very, very important. Make sure that you complete it on time, right? And give the data properly. Again, let me tell you, every single time we get queries from many students saying that I have committed this mistake while application, what do I do now? The IBPS helpline is not reachable, or they don't have a response. I gave my percentage wrong. I gave my category wrong, right? I gave some data incorrect, right? And things like that. Guys, this is going to be the most important part of the application process. I mean, the most important part of recruitment. And you are expected to work in a bank. You will be dealing with transactions running in crores of rupees, right? You can't be so negligent that you miss out on your own application, right? If you cannot fill your own data properly, then I think you better don't take the exam, because they've got all the right to reject you, even if you clear the examination and then say that I committed this mistake. So please be very, very careful or be meticulous when you are applying for this particular exam, and don't commit any such silly mistakes and run into unnecessary troubles. Right now, I think there are many other things in the schedule given here, like the download of call letters for pre-examination training and stuff like that. You can just check it if it is applicable for you. But I think what is important is the date of preliminary examination. So the download of call letters for the online preliminary examination will be in the month of October. Exact date has not been given, but then the online preliminary examination, which is the phase 1, will be held on 13th, 14th, 20th and 21st of October. So they have blocked 4 dates as usual, 4 days basically, for 2 Saturdays and 2 Sundays, right? 2 weekends of October to conduct IBPS examination. And you know why is this done so? Because there are lakhs of applicants. So the point I'm trying to make is competition is going to be huge. So get started at the earliest possible, right? Or I think get started now for this preparation. So 13th, 14th, 20th and 21st of October is when the preliminary examination will be conducted, right? Now, there's always this question that, is it better to have the exam in the first lot or in the last lot? I think depends on person to person. I would personally prefer that my exam gets done in the very first slot itself, and I don't run into unnecessary mode of panic or nervousness because of data coming out from participants who have already taken the examination, right? However, that's a different discussion altogether. We will talk about it later. But then the exam is in the month of October, in the second and third weekends of October, and you have at least 2 months from now. Today is 9th of August, at least 2 months from now to get ready for this exam. Now, one big question that will cross many of the minds now is that, is 2 months a good enough time to prepare? My immediate reaction to this would be, what were you doing all these days? Why do you have to wait for the notification, right? So all those who have this question in mind, that will 2 months be enough to get ready for IBPS PO exam, I want to ask you, why were you sleeping all these days? We have been telling on the top of our voice that, guys, do not wait for the notification, continue the momentum, continue the preparation, so that you can maximize your chances of selection. Let me tell you, there are students who have been preparing for years now, right? I mean, they have not been successful in the last 1-2 years. They will give it a try this year again, and they definitely have an edge over those who are going to start now. I don't want to demotivate you guys. I am not saying that 2 months is not a good enough time to get ready for this exam. All I am trying to say is, you should not have been waiting for the notification if you were doing so. However, that's past now. Don't worry, 2 months is good enough to prepare, right? Even if it is your first attempt, right? I mean, another question that I usually get is, can I crack this exam in the first attempt because the competition is huge and stuff like that? In my view, it is definitely possible. Definitely possible sounds like an oxymoron. It is possible that you can clear this exam in the first attempt as well, given you follow the right strategy and the right preparation plan, right? So one thing that you should do is start it right away, and second thing is, you should have a plan. You should have a proper study plan that you can follow and keep a track of your progress, right? Preparing without a plan may lead you into troubles, right? You should know where you are every single day, right? With each day, you should see an improvement in your performance, and you should see an improvement in the preparation that you're doing, right? So 2 questions that I'm answering here is, 2 months is, yes, a good enough time to get ready for this exam, and even if it is your first attempt, you stand a chance to crack this exam, provided you prepare with the right strategy. Now, what comes next in the schedule here is the results for the preliminary examination, which will be held like in a week's time, right? Usually after a week or a couple of weeks, they declare the results for the preliminary round, and all those who clear the preliminary round will be called for the next phase, which is the main examination, and that is scheduled on the 18th of November. 18th November 2018. So if you see, from the preliminary examination to the main exam, we have about a month's time to prepare, right? Well, most of the sections are common between the preliminary exam and the main exam. However, there is this new section that will get added on general awareness, or economy and finance. So you have to prepare, your focus in that 1 month should be on that particular section, because otherwise you are largely ready for the remaining sections. However, the main exam is on 18th of November, and only those who clear the preliminary round will be called for the main exam, right? Now, declaration of result for the main exam will be in December 2018, and then download of call letters for interview. You know that there is going to be an interview, a personal interview for those who clear the main exam. So that interview will be held in Jan-Feb 2019. Right, tentatively January, February 2019, and the provisional allotment will be done in April 2019. Right, so that's the tentative schedule for this particular recruitment process. Right, now, if you see, we are in August 2018. The provisional allotment will be done in April 2019, and the motivation for you is that you have about 8 months to get started with your career, and these 8 months will play a key role in setting up your career, especially the first 2-3 months where you'll be facing the preliminary round, the online examination, and the main examination. So guys, don't take it easy. Be serious about your preparation. Be dedicated. Have discipline in your preparation. Follow a proper study plan and leave no stone unturned. I'm sure you will be the one who will start your career as a probationary officer in one of the participating organizations in April 2019. All right. So I think that's about the tentative schedule. Let's talk about the eligibility criteria now, right? What's the eligibility criteria? Well, generally about nationality and citizenship, I think you can check it out yourself, right? You have to be a citizen of India or Nepal or Bhutan or a Tibetan refugee and stuff like that. I'm sure it's not applicable for all of us. So for those of you find it to be applicable for you, just go and check the notification. I am interested in the age criteria. Now look at this. Age criteria as on 1st of August 2019, right? As on 1st of August 2019 says you have to be minimum 20 years old and maximum 30 years old. So anyone who is between 20 and 30 years old is eligible to apply for this recruitment of IBPS PO, where we have 4,102 vacancies. To all those who are asking how many vacancies are there are 4,102 vacancies. Please do not consider this to be a small number. Many of you might come back saying only 4,000 jobs. Again, my reaction is, how many do you want? You want only one, and that's there, right? Change the way you look at that number and things will appear to be easier, right? So a candidate must have been born not earlier than 2nd August 1988 and not later than 1st August 1998. Both the dates inclusive, right? So between 20 and 30 years, you can check the dates. Remember, there are some relaxations for people who belong to SC, STs or the OBC categories, or those who are in the PWD category. So please check those relaxations, age relaxations, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, and so on, right? There's also a relaxation of 5 years for ex-servicemen, which is a very important category again, right? We see that many ex-servicemen have cracked IBPS exams, PO and clerks, through TalentSprint's preparation, and that's really inspiring for us personally, because we have seen students who are based in the Pathankot airbase, where there was a terrorist attack last year, right? Sitting there using TalentSprint's platform, they've been preparing for their career in the banking sector, and they have cracked these competitive exams, right? And not just IBPS PO, but we have students as in students of TalentSprint who are actually serving the country in the forces. They have cracked not just IBPS PO but also SBI PO, right? Their success stories are available on our channel, on our platform. So please go through that, because those are really motivating. I mean, somebody who's got no schedule of his own, right? They never know how much time will they be working on a given day. They never know if they will actually come back to their home on that particular day or not, right? I mean, what happened in Pathankot last year. So under such conditions, there are people who have cracked these competitive exams, and I'm sure it's going to be definitely easier for others to prepare compared to them, right? Because when we talk to them, or when I personally spoke to some of them, they're like, this morning when we get up, we suddenly are told that next 2 days you just have to go for drilling, and 48 hours you're out just practicing and exercising. So there's no schedule, and that's where TalentSprint helps them, because it gives you the complete flexibility of preparing at your own time, your own place, and at your own pace. All right. So I think I don't want to I'm not trying to promote TalentSprint here. All I'm trying to say is people working under such difficult conditions have also cracked these exams. No wonder why can't others do it, right? So just keep practicing. Now the next criteria is the educational qualification, which again is very important, and this is as on 4th September 2018, right? 4th of September 2018, right? So make a note of it. The age criteria was as on 1st August 2018. This is 4th September 2018. It says a degree, which is a graduation in any discipline from a university recognized by the government of India or any equivalent qualification recognized as such by the central government is eligible, right? A candidate must possess a valid mark sheet or the degree certificate on the day she registers and indicate the percentage of marks obtained in graduation while registering online. Yeah. Again, there are details about how to calculate the percentage and stuff which you can check yourself. There is no minimum percentage required, right? I mean, if you have that question in mind, there's no minimum percentage required. Anybody who has got a graduation done can apply for this exam, and he must possess the degree of graduation or the valid mark sheet by 4th of September 2018. Okay. Sure. Let's move to the next part. I think I would like to jump to the pattern of examination or the structure of examination, right? Structure of exam. So let's quickly talk about it. Now, you know that the recruitment is going to happen in two different phases. Phase 1 is an online preliminary examination. Phase 2 is an online main exam. So let's look at the phase 1 structure, the phase 1 which is online preliminary examination, and this is where the whole process, recruitment process, undergone a change, right? Now, for those who have appeared in the SBI PO 2018 exam, or those who have gone through the notification of SBI PO 2018 exam, would know that the major change that SBI brought this year was the preliminary examination also had a sectional time limit, right? Up until last year, only the main exam used to have a sectional time limit. But this year, SBI said even the preliminary examination, which is for 1 hour, will have sectional time limit. So 20 minutes per section, fixed. There are 3 sections: quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability, and English language, 20 minutes per section. So that makes it 60 minutes. And as usual, IBPS follows the suit, right? Whatever SBI does is seen that IBPS also replicates. So we have seen the same change this year in IBPS's notification as well. Let's look at that in detail. So here is the structure of the preliminary examination. I'm sure all of you can see this in on the green board here, right? What do you see? 3 sections. What are the 3 sections? English language, quantitative aptitude, reasoning ability. 35 questions in English language, 30 questions each in quantitative aptitude and reasoning ability. Maximum marks in that order again, right? Sorry, I think I made a mistake. 30 questions in English language and 35 each in quantitative aptitude and reasoning ability, and maximum marks again in that order. There is a sectional time limit of 20 minutes per section. You can see each section will be for 20 minutes. All the 3 sections here will have 20 minutes each. So total 1 hour, but that's split across 3 sections. So maximum you can score 100 marks. You have to answer 100 questions to score 100 marks in a 1 hour time, right? The duration is 1 hour, and that's where the challenge lies. 1 hour is just 60 minutes. It's just 60 minutes, right? 60 minutes, and you have to face 100 questions. Now, if you do the calculation, you all must be knowing that it comes out to 36 seconds per question, right? 60 minutes is 3,600 seconds, and you have to face 100 questions. It is only 36 seconds per question, and 36 seconds per question is too tight in terms of time management, and that's where the challenge is. If you can come over it, you will clear the most important and the most competitive round in the whole recruitment process, right? So I think that's the preliminary examination pattern. I can see some comments here that the sectional time, I mean, some of you have found that it's very disappointing to have a sectional time limit, but then there are others who say that sectional time limit makes it interesting, right? I think Dushyant says sectional time limit has actually made it interesting. So it depends on how you take it, right? We have someone else here who says, क्या chances हैं post increase होने के? Well, his username is have you seen. So have you seen? Not that I'm asking you have you seen. Your username is have you seen. So have you seen? क्या chances है post increase होने के? Well, if you look at the next slide, I'll talk about the number of vacancies in a short while from now. But there are total 4,102 vacancies, 4,102 vacancies. There are many banks which have not reported the number of vacancies yet, right? Now they may report the number of vacancies or the requirement in due time from now. So as and when they report the numbers, those will get added. But my ultimate question to you is, how does it matter? There are 4,102 jobs. Why do you want to understand if the number of jobs will go up or not. I think, see, the moment you start thinking about the number of vacancies and base your preparation on that, you are setting yourself up for failure. Why do you want to worry about it? To all those who are talking about number of vacancies, I think that should not be a question at all in your mind. This is just an external factor which can only negatively impact your preparation and performance. Do not worry about that. Even if there are 400 jobs, you should prepare with the best strategy and show that discipline and try to give your best, right? I think your preparation will not change based on the number of vacancies anyway, right? So please do not worry about number of vacancies. It's a very, very sincere suggestion that I have for all of you, because that is not going to help you at all. Right, let's now move on to the next section quickly. By the way, you have to note one more point, very interesting point here. Can you just show the slide in the background, right? Look at what is written at the bottom here, right? The last point in the preliminary examination. What do you see? Candidates have to qualify in each of the three tests. By securing minimum cutoff marks to be decided by IBPS. Adequate number of candidates in each category as decided by IBPS depending upon requirements will be shortlisted for the online mini exam. So there is going to be a sectional cutoff. Now this was a big question mark when the SBI's notification was released, right? During SBI's notification, it was told that, there was no clear mention of it, or there was some confusion in the student fraternity, but this time it's very clear that you not only have a sectional time limit, but there will also be a sectional cutoff that you'll have to clear to get a call for the next round, which is the main examination, right? So it's very, very important that you prepare in line with that. Now this is important, not the number of vacancies. What is important is there is going to be a sectional cutoff, because that makes a huge difference, right? If the sectional cutoff is there or not there, changes the whole game, right? If the sectional cutoff is not there, I will not worry about my weaker sections, probably. For example, if I'm not able to score, let's say, more than 5 marks in English language, that will not be my worry, because I'll maximize my score in aptitude and reasoning, because those are my strengths. And overall cutoff I can clear. But now that there is a sectional cutoff, very clearly mentioned here, you have to give enough focus to English language as well, so that you clear the cutoff there. Yeah. So these factors are important, and focus on the right factors, right? Chalo, let's move on to the next part, which is the structure of the main examination. Now you can see that structure of the main examination here. See what it says, the names of the tests, right? In no sequence there. We have reasoning and computer aptitude, followed by data analysis and interpretation. Now this is a change. Here is a slight change. What is the change? Usually we see that in the IBPS exam, in the IBPS mains exam, the section is called quantitative aptitude. But this year they have also called it data analysis and interpretation, like what happens in SBIPO. So it could be that you will have more number of questions, or most of the questions, or all the questions from the data interpretation section. Yeah. Then there is general economy and banking awareness, and there is English language. So 4 sections. You can see the number of questions, the maximum marks that you can score, and the time allotted for each of these sections. Now there has been sectional time limit already from like last 1 or 2 years in the IBPS main examination. So there is no surprise there, right? So each section is like independent, right? It has got its own number of questions, maximum marks that can be scored, and it has got its own time. Yeah, so just follow this. It is exactly similar to the SBI PO mains examination. There's no change at all. Now what is important is total 155 questions, total 200 marks that can be scored, and total 3 hours of time. So in terms of time management, if you see, the preliminary examination is really tough, right? Managing time here is going to be tough, because you have less than 1 minute per question. In fact, you have just about 36 seconds per question. Whereas in mains exam, there are 155 questions and 3 hours, which is 180 minutes. So on an average, you have more than 1 minute per question, right? Of course, the difficulty level is going to be at a different, the difficulty is going to be at a different level altogether. But the idea of choosing the questions wisely, if followed properly by you guys, can help you clear this exam very easy, right? And I'm sure all of you agree with me that between the preliminary examination and main exam, what is difficult is the preliminary examination, not the main exam, right? It's easier to crack the main exam compared to the prelims exam, because that's where the maximum filtration takes place. Now, again, like we had seen in SBIPO, or we have seen in IBPS also last year, there is a descriptive paper in the main examination. So once you are done with the objective paper, with these 4 sections, you will have a descriptive paper which will be on English language. It will have only 2 questions. One question on essay writing, the other question on letter writing. Maximum marks that you can score is 25, and you will be given 30 minutes for this. So 30 minutes of time, half an hour of time after the objective paper is over to answer 2 questions, a letter and an essay. So you have to write a letter, you have to actually type a letter and type an essay into the computer, and you will be given 30 minutes for this. This is just to test your writing skills, right? English language writing skills. So that's there again. Yeah. By the way, they've also mentioned that IBPS reserves the right to modify the structure of the examination, which will be intimated through its website. So you should keep checking the website, by the way. And don't worry, you don't have to keep checking the website. We are here to help you out. We will keep checking the website and let you know as and when there is a change notified by IBPS, or let's say the structure has changed. Yeah. Now remember that there is going to be penalty for wrong answers. You will attract 1/4 of the marks allotted as penalty whenever you go wrong. Yeah. So in the online and the main examination both, there will be penalty for wrong answers marked in the objective test. For each question for which you give a wrong answer, 1/4 of the marks will be deducted. Yeah. It's a long notification, by the way. I mean, you can just check it in details. Now there are other details about examination centers, scores, cutoff score, interviews. Yeah. Remember, the marks obtained in the online main examination only will be considered for shortlisting for interview and also for final merit listing, which is again important. It says marks obtained in the online main examination only will be considered for shortlisting for interview and also for final merit listing, which means the marks that you're going to score in the interview, I mean, I'm not sure if they have got a score for the interview and all, but interview is just a qualifier. You have to qualify in the interview, but the marks that you obtain there, if any, will not be added to the final merit list. So main examination score is very important because that will help you actually get into that merit list, right? And more importantly, the higher you score, the better are your chances, and the better are your chance of selection, and the better are the chances of getting into your preferred bank, right? If they allow you to give the preference, which I'm sure will be one of the steps in the application process. So I think you can, just go through it. What else? Let's move on to the number of vacancies. I think I've already talked about the total number of vacancies. All other details are given in the notification, by the way. The biometric data, identity verification, provisional allotment, how to apply, right? The procedure of application, mode of payment, the general instructions and all that stuff. What is of interest now is the number of vacancies. Yeah. Now on page number 15 of the notification, this is an annexure basically, which indicates, and this is just an indicative number which mentions the number of vacancies across each of the participating organizations. You know that there are 20 participating organizations like Allahabad Bank, Andhra Bank, Bank of Baroda and so on till the Vijaya Bank here in alphabetical order. 20 organizations are participating in the recruitment. It looks like namesake. While 20 are participating, more than half of them have not reported even a single requirement. Yeah, like for example, Andhra Bank, Bank of Baroda, then Central Bank of India, Dena Bank, IDBI Bank, Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank. Yeah, and then we have Punjab National Bank, and then we have United Bank of India and Vijaya Bank, who have said that there is no requirement at all. Nil. The number of vacancies are nil. That's bad. I mean, bad as in again, it should not impact your preparation or performance, but there would have been more opportunities so that more people can get jobs if these guys also had reported something. And I think there are 2 or 3 banks which have not reported their numbers yet, which includes the Bank of Maharashtra, the Oriental Bank of Commerce, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Syndicate Bank. So these 4 banks have not reported their vacancies yet. So as and when they report the numbers, IBPS will update us. But then overall there are 4,102 vacancies. We can see the breakup here. There are hardly a few banks. I mean, if you see, there are 4 or 5 banks which have majorly reported the numbers. I mean, you can look at the Allahabad Bank on top. It has got 784 jobs, right? Then we have Bank of India, which has got 965 vacancies. Canara Bank, which has got the maximum 1,200 vacancies. Then we have very few vacancies in Corporation Bank, just about 84. Then the next two banks which have reported some numbers are the UCO Bank and Union Bank of India, 550 and 519 respectively. Overall, 4,102. So I think the highest number of vacancies have been reported by Canara Bank, followed by whom? Followed by the Bank of India, then the Allahabad Bank, then the UCO Bank, and finally the Union Bank of India. And of course, the last in the sequence will be Corporation Bank, which has just 84 vacancies. Yeah. These details are available in the notification. You can download it from our website, or you can go to the official website of IBPS. What are the things in the notification? The other things in the notification are about the examination centers, the photograph, details, signature details, how to scan the documents, and then some certificates or the forms which have to be submitted by students or candidates belonging to certain special categories, or reserved categories rather. So I think that's update, guys. 4,102 vacancies have been reported by IBPS, which will be filled this year through the common recruitment process, right? Now, this recruitment process, like you all know, will have 3 rounds, starting with round number 1 or phase 1, which is an online preliminary examination, followed by round 2 or phase 2, which is an online main exam, which also includes a descriptive paper, followed by interviews. Remember, only the score of the main exam will be considered for getting a call for the interview, and as well as in the merit listing, right? But that does not mean that you take the preliminary examination easy, because that preliminary examination itself is the round where you have largest filtration done, right? So make sure that you crack the preliminary examination. Well, you cannot make sure that you crack the preliminary examination, but you can make sure that you prepare it with the right strategy, right? Prepare for it with the right strategy. Like I said, the important changes are, this year the preliminary examination also will have its sectional time limit, 20 minutes per section, and there is a sectional cutoff, right? I think that's the most important change. Otherwise, largely it is in line with what we had seen last year, or in line with what was there in this BAPO main examination. So guys, about 60 days, 65 days for the preliminary examination, which is scheduled for 14th, 15th, 20th and 21st of October. And these 65 days are gonna be the game changer with regards to your career. So if you're serious about it, please don't miss out even a single day, right? Start your preparation right away. Application starts only on 14th of August. So you have another 5-6 days left for the application, by the way. So don't wait for the application to start, or don't wait for completing the application and stuff. You should start your preparation right away. That's the only shortcut I can think of at this point of time, right? Start it, have a proper study plan, have a 60-day plan. We will also upload a study plan on our website, on our TalentSprint's free coaching portal by end of today, so that all of you can follow it and maximize your chances of selection. See, all you have to do is make sure that you make the best use of this 60 days left, so that you can improve your chances, right? And we will help you with that through a 60-day study plan. Well, you need not follow the study plan as is, right? Depending on your own strengths and your weaknesses, you can tweak it, right? And just make sure that you walk into the examination center with confidence. I think that's where the importance lies, right? When you walk into the examination center for your preliminary exam, how confident you are is what matters. After that, it's just that 1 hour which goes off it just flies away, right? It just flies by. So all the very best. I think congratulations first of all for getting this opportunity, right? 4,102 is not a small number. Don't worry about the number of vacancies anyways, right? Start your preparation today itself, complete the application on time, and we, TalentSprint, are always there to help you, right? By the way, we have free coaching, a limited free coaching available for those who are preparing for these exams. So if you are aspiring to crack the IBPS PO or the IBPS clerks or the or any other bank, SSC or government exam, we have free coaching available, right? Which is of course limited, to be very honest. It has got around 498 videos, concept videos that you can go through. You will have 2 weekly live classes by us where you can participate and get your doubts clarified, or learn about the latest pattern questions. You will have a lot of downloadable material available for yourself, right, which you can use for offline preparation. You will have access to discussion forums where you can post your questions, respond to questions posted by others, and then you will have access to lots of practice tests, right? Practice is the key, all of you know that. And then there is also only a mock exams that we conduct on a weekly basis, which is followed by a personal study plan, right? So you'll get personal study plan about what you need to do next so that you can maximize your score in these exams. All right. So please explore the free coaching. All you have to do is visit talentsprint.com/exam-prep. The details are scrolling on the screen here. Visit talentsprint.com/exam-prep. Register yourself for the free coaching. Check it out. And there is a premium option available where you get a lot more content, a lot more features upon payment, right? Well, it is up to you whether you want to upgrade or not, but free coaching is something that you must look at, right? You must check it out. So I think go join the free coaching right away and start your preparation. That's all from my end. I think all of you can check the notification. Let me quickly see if there are any questions that you guys have before I close the session. Saroj Sagar says, I'm hungry to clear more and more exams this year. Yes, so that hunger has to be there, right? That hunger to clear these exams. I mean, you have to clear one exam, one of your dream exams to get the job, right? But then that hunger has to be there, and you should not give up. I think that's very, very important, right? You will fail in this process, right? Or you might fail in this process, but that's not the end of the journey, right? You don't fail when you actually fail in one of the exams. You fail when you refuse to try one more time. So I think don't give up, just keep practicing, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time, right? You will get your dream job. Rajesh Raj says, when will the IBPS clerk notification come? Well, IBPS clerk notification also comes around the same time. I think in another week or 2 weeks we should get the IBPS clerk's notification as well. By the way, let me tell you, it's such a huge coincidence. It is just yesterday that we had sent out one email to all our students that the IBPS PO and clerks notifications are expected soon. Are you ready for it? And this morning, today, we have the IBPS PO notification, right? Well, it is just a coincidence. We had no clue that the notification would come today itself, but we are happy about it. I'm sure so are you guys, right? So clerk's notification, I have honestly no idea. It is coming soon. All that that's all I can say. When will I get the study plan? I think you all should join the free coaching immediately. In a few hours from now, we'll update the study plan, and other than the study plan, there are a lot of things available for you to check out there, right? So just join the free coaching, check out the videos and the live classes, take some mock tests to see where you stand at a national level competition. In the meanwhile, we'll update the study plan. Anything else? Yeah, Muthurat says, yes sir, I have seen that email. So see, I'm glad that you guys have seen that email, right? Good. But that was just a coincidence. I mean, I thought let's send out an email, and here we have the notification today. Rahul says, how to clear in 65 days? Rahul, point number 1, start it right away. Start your preparation right away. Point number 2, have a study plan. Just don't prepare randomly without having a structure to your preparation. And point number 3 is choose a right preparation platform, right? I am not saying TalentSprint is the one that you should choose. It's up to you, but you should have a platform, or you should have mentors who can guide you through this whole process, right? And that experience really counts, because lakhs of students are going to appear. Definitely 99% of these guys will fail to clear the exam this year. Only 1% will get their jobs, right? Or 2% will get the jobs at best, which has been the history, right? Usually. So having a set of mentors, or having preparation platform, or join a coaching center. I mean, it's up to you, right? But then this is the chance. You should not take it easy. You should not take it lightly. Please take live classes. Well, yes, we will come up with live classes. We actually do 10 live classes every week. For those who are not aware, there are 10 live classes that we conduct every week on TalentSprint's platform. But yeah, these live classes are available only for TalentSprint's premium students who have actually joined the coaching. Free students will have access to 1 or 2 live classes right? So I think the next live class that is available is on this Saturday at 6 p.m., which is going to be on English comprehension for SSC CGL exam, right? So if you join the free coaching, you'll be able to access those live classes as well, the free live classes. And now that this IBPS PO notification has come, we will do a lot of classes for IBPS PO as well, some of which will be open for public. Anything else there? Is the level same as SBA PO? Well, no comments on that. I hope it will be the same as SBA PO. Let's assume that will be the same as SBA PO and get ready for the worst. As simple as that. We have Shivan here who says, I'm waiting for the final exam results. Am I eligible to apply? Yes, you are eligible to apply. If you can get your degree by 4th of September, right, on the 1 month, if your mark sheet or the graduation certificate says that you got it before 4th of September, you are eligible to apply. You can check that eligibility criteria section for details. Namang says, sir, 60 is enough to prepare or not? 60 what? 60 days? 60 days is yes. Enough to prepare. No doubts about it. But you should have a right plan. And practice is the only shortcut, guys. I mean, anybody seeking shortcuts or ideas to improve their score, there are only 3 things that you can do. Practice, practice, and more practice. There is no other way out. Yeah. Please start quantitative classes very soon. Well, yes, quantitative classes have already started. They've already begun. It's not that we're going to start only after the notification, right? We don't wait for notification. We never wait for notification. Classes are always there. Every week we conduct classes. In fact, just yesterday we had 2 sessions, one on quantitative aptitude and the other one on reasoning. Both of them were actually clubbed. But that was for SSC CGL exam. We will start a plan for IBPS PO as well. Study plan, yes. Study plan will be available, Bhattacharya, on our platform. Just go to talentsprint.com/exam prep to register yourself. Alright, so I think I am done with this. I think most of the queries have also been answered. All you have to do as the next step is visit talentsprint.com/exam prep or examprep.talentsprint.com. Join the free coaching, and there's a lot of content available for you to explore. So use that content. I'm sure it will be very, very helpful in your preparation. There is a premium program also available if you wish to join, but that is upon payment. I am not asking you to join. All I am asking you is to check the free coaching out, and then it is up to you. The only suggestion that I would like to give you all, irrespective of whether you enroll for TalentSprint or not, is that you have to start your preparation right away. And practice is the only shortcut. So keep practicing and take very good care of yourselves. I'll see you soon in the next live class, the calendar and the details of which will be available on our platform. So keep checking that calendar and keep participating in the free live classes that we have for you to maximize your chance of selection. All the very best and congratulations once again. Thank you.